Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video session of OPNET Modular 14.5, we will learn creating and simulating different kind of network topologies. So, in order to create and simulate different kind of network topologies, we can start from File, New, and you can make a new project. Here, uh, we have some other options like path model, link model, process model, even node model. You can design a node model here, and antenna pattern is here, network model. Antenna pattern, you can make different kind of antenna patterns like directional antennas, omnidirectional antenna, and then you can integrate the particular antennas to different kind of wireless and static nodes. So new project, then okay. Uh, First you can give the project name. Then a project name is, let's suppose, my underscore project. Uh, we can say so scenario. It may be possible that that there are more than one scenario in a single project, but however, you can duplicate multiple scenarios. So the scenario name is like, uh, we can give start topology. Okay. Then you can create an empty scenario or you can import any scenario, but uh, empty scenario select. Okay, network sale. The network might be a worldwide or enterprise level, campus, office. So here I can select office and use metric units. So if this is on, it means that the unit or the dimension will be in meter. So the default unit or the physical distance units may be units. It basically denotes the physical distance between any two nodes that could be in metric units. So 100 by 100 in office network, default dimension is x is basically 100 and y is 100 meter. And the default units, as I said earlier, it's a meter, so you can change it. Yeah, let's suppose 200 by 200 substitute. You can make changes, and you can also change this units to miles, meters, centimeters. Even we don't have any centimeters, but degrees, feet, miles, kilometers, etc. So I select meters. Then okay, select technologies. So these technologies are available in the object palette trees. Like if you are simulating Zigbee network, so you can easily yes, WiMAX network and wireless LAN, wireless VLAN, best signals. So utilities. So all PSTN is available, MPLS is available, mobile ad hoc networks, and you have multiple options in all these families. Model families are equipped with their relevant models, links, etc. So if you are making Ethernet network, so you can, yes, like LAN, and you can, yes, but if you leave it in this way, so it will uh, it will not be an issue. At the end, you can choose any kind of network, any kind of these model families. If you we have routers, PSTN network family. So each model family is equipped with their relevant objects, VLANs, ONLANs. So if I select Ethernet, yes. So when the object palette tree, after starting OPNET, so the cursor will point those particular model family. So yes, okay, then you can next, and no, you can review your startup wizard. Like we have Ethernet and model families Ethernet, and then this size is 200 meter by 200 meter. There's a dimension of the office network, and we select office, so you can finish it. And as we are at the Ethernet here instead of default family tree as a model family as Ethernet, and you can select Ethernet server, Ethernet friend. So in this grid we can place different objects from here, like we can place workstations here from this, and we can Ethernet servers, and like we can place Ethernet switches, and we can place hub, and we have multiple options here. So in this way you can click and drag different objects, and then further you can right click and you can change the attributes, no, these attributes, even applications, and DHCP, VPN, all the relevant protocol, TCP. So you can make IP multicasting, CPU. So like you can change the characteristic, uh, you can change the attributes of the particular node, and you select the switch and you change attributes, so you can see all the ports here, VLAN, and you can configure bridge parameters in this way. So you can click and drag, and then further you can take a link, and then select this link, set and list, and then you can simply connect is not with each other. So links, you have multiple options. In links you have FDDI, you have 10 bits T, 100 bits T, 10 Gbps Ethernet. So we have multiple links. We will study links and some other video tutorials, but simply you can click and drag and make different kind of network topologies here. However, we have some other options, like we have a, you can select and then delete. From topologies, we have option for rapid configuration, and we can deploy wired network through rapid configuration. And you have some other option, like you can deploy wireless network. So let's suppose I choose uh, here rapid configuration, and then I can select bus topology, and I can uh, so you can select the bus topology. You have some other option, mesh full, and then ring topology, star tree. So let's suppose bus topology. Next, select models. This is by default Ethernet, but for bus topologies you might have Ethernet coax. So you can find Ethernet with coaxial cable option. So oh, that could be somewhere here. So Ethernet coax. Okay. If you know about the topologies, like how bus topologies are deployed normally, like we have just a bus topology is nothing but you have multiple nodes are connected with the coaxial cable, with the big beam cable. So the node model here is like it could be any workstation. And okay, we have two options, Ethernet workstation and station. So you need to select workstation that is comparatively advanced as compared to station. So uh, we can enable different kind of profiles and applications. We can run different kind of applications, predefined application on the workstation model. So it's better to choose workstation. Now link model is Ethernet coax, and then tape model is Ethernet tape, and you can choose different number of nodes. Like I need uh, let's suppose 20 nodes to, so the number of connected nodes to the backbone coaxial cable should be 20 after selecting the number of nodes 20. So like you can make a vertical or horizontal kind of network. So then bus, you can see the size of the network, and then tab. These are the options. It is basically x on x-axis it would be 50, on y-axis it would be 99. So on x-axis it would be on 50, basically head. This is the heading would be starting here, and y is basically y, it could be on 99. So this is basically on y, it is 99. So somewhere here, so okay, so it's 99, and like this is 50, so it might be somewhere here like this. Okay, 99. Okay. So these number of nodes are basically how much? 20 number of nodes starting from 0 and 19. So total number of nodes are 20 and all the nodes are connected to a single backbone coaxial cable. It's basically a bus topology. So it's a rapid configuration. You can deploy bus topology very easily. You can select, delete, and then if you want to deploy star topology. So again, rapid configuration, you can select star topology right here. We can say normally star topology is the most used topology in the world for LAN networks. So star and then next. So first select models. We are selecting first model list would be Ethernet. So you can choose Ethernet from here. Somewhere is Ethernet and Ethernet. We have two options, Ethernet Advanced and Ethernet. So you can choose both. However, but choose Ethernet. Okay, fine. And then, as we know, in star topology, we have a central node. And the central node model could be a switch, it could be a hub. So I can select switch. We have multiple options for switches. We have 32 port switch, we have 64 port switch, we have 16 port switch. So we have a layer port switch as well. I want to choose a 32 port switch. Let's say. And then what would be the connecting nodes are the preferred nodes model. So it could be any workstation. So I can select workstation from here, and then link model, it is connected with the 100 base T, or we can choose any other 10 base. Even you can choose 10 Gbps Ethernet link, but I think 100 base T would be appropriate here. So how much the number of nodes? Let's suppose 20. Radius, as we know, in star topologies, we have a centralized node that is we selected switch, and all the nodes will be connected in circular form. Like so, the radius is 50, as we know. Uh, the dimensions are 200 meter by 200 meters, so the radius is 50. So the diameter would be around about 100 meter. So let's suppose I select 100 by 100. So it will be the central node would be somewhere here, like 100 on x-axis it would be 100 and y-axis. So it will be somewhere here. So the switch might be here. So if I select OK, so you can see the switch. So this is like a reference point. As exactly we can select this is a reference point at the middle point of the 200 meter by 200 meter uh, dimensions, xy dimension. So now, as we know, uh, total number of nodes are basically 20, and we have a centralized node that has a switch. So all these nodes are connected with a single central node switch. Let's suppose how can we simulate? Okay, one thing is important. You can select here and you can change. Even you can select all the nodes, like select similar nodes. So the similar node will be connected because switch is not a similar node. These are two different nodes. So all the similar node can be connected, and after select edit attributes, and if you apply to selected, if you check on this, and then if you make changes here, so the changes will be applied to all the nodes. So simply you can select similar nodes, and then you can make changes, and the changes will occur in all the relevant nodes. Further, okay, let's suppose I want to um, calculate the network performance in terms of throughput, delay, or link utilization, and queuing delay, or we can say packet drop ratio. So we have multiple parameters through which we can measure our network throughput, so we can measure the performance of the network. So for that, I need Ethernet server. Let's suppose I want to calculate load on the server. So for that, I want to connect this server to the switch. So the link model, I can choose this 100, and then can select this to the switch. You can press escape. Okay, fine. Like single servers, and you can choose. So after clicking, you can make changes on the node model here. We have multiple options you can perform. You can choose the process model even, and you can make queuing and multiple options. But right now, I think we are working on the default mode. So what two other nodes are required for making a complete network? So I need a profile configuration node, and the other one is like application configuration. So these nodes are important. Press escape or right click so that to avoid multiple copies. Okay, so what is applications? On this particular node, you can create multiple applications, and you can first you need to create multiple application, and then you can enable the particular application on the profile, and then all the nodes. You can select all the nodes, and then you can enable the profile of that particular application on all the nodes. So for that, first, like you can click and edit attributes, and from application definition, select one. It means, okay, default it was zero. It means there was no application. So if you select one, so you can create one application. For example, database is one application, file transfer is another application, print another application. You can say video conferencing is in database, and we can say uh, voice for HTTP, email. These are different kind of applications. But right now I want to run a single application right here. So the application name, you have to provide the application name. Let's suppose I want to mm, file transfer. Let's suppose application name is file transfer. Okay, fine. Okay, now here you can enable file transfer. Do we have, yeah, this one is FTP. So you have a high load, medium load, and low load. So I will select high load, and then okay. So now the application for this particular network is basically file transfer. Now after selecting edit attributes, we're selecting the profile node, and then edit attributes here. uh, you can choose any, so one, and then the profile name. We have already created a profile with name of file transfer, so you can choose uh, that particular application here. You can find the application here, that is file transfer. If you enable 3 4 application, so all the names could be found here. However, okay, you need to define the application name, the profile name. Profile name is, let's suppose, internet working. So profile name, internet working. Okay, so first we created uh, application that is for file transfer, and then on the basis of that particular application we created a profile with the name of internet working, and now I can enable this particular profile with equipped with the file transfer application in all the nodes. So you can select any node, and then select similar node, select similar node, no, without editing different nodes, you can select similar node. It's a very basic topology. In the upcoming lectures we will learn some difficult scenarios, and we will simulate. So select similar nodes, and then you can edit attributes here. You can support services, all services can be supported, and then the profile. So we have created a profile with the name of internet working, so that could be found here. You can select one, and let me choose the profile name, that is internet working, and then okay, leave it in this way. You don't need to change any other parameter here. So enter networking, then apply to selected nodes. That means that it will be applied to all the nodes. Yes. So we have enabled uh, a profile enter networking with the equipped with the application of file transfer, and I can also right click here, edit attributes, and I want to run the same application right here, because one and then all application and then application was file transfer. Okay, and then supported application profile, and then services should be all, and fine supply. Now till here we can we created scenario, and then so now I can simulate the particular topology. So you can right click here, and then you can choose individual DS statistics. Okay, one thing is you need to remember, like if I want to calculate network load of the entire network, so that would come under the global uh, statistic. And if you want to choose delay or throughput on a single node, then you can choose it a node statistic. And link statistic, if you want to find uh, the, if you want to calculate and you want to measure performance of the network in terms of you can link utilization, and so you can choose link statistics. So on a global network, first I want to choose, you have multiple options right here, but on Ethernet you can select Ethernet, and then you can choose delay. Okay, fine, we have another network. In node model, what you need to do on each single node, uh, and choose Ethernet here. On each single node, you can calculate collision, and you can select delay, and you can select load and packets and pairs and transmission attempts. So all these things are available. Bus durations. Okay, on the link, if you want to choose link, so you can choose like throughput, link utilization, and throughput bits per second, and then current delay. So all these things can be selected from here, and then you can run simulation from here. Here I want to choose 10 minutes. Okay, if you keep it, uh, if you keep the duration high for large time span, so you can get more realistic results. So right now I think 10 minutes would be enough for this smaller network. So applying that, you can run simulation. Okay, it's like so much. Again, can choose to run, and 10 minutes, like I'm going to increase this to 50 minutes. File transfer applications will. Okay, fine. Now you can choose. Uh, you can view the result from here. You will global, and then you can choose Ethernet. You can find a delay graph, and then like you can choose um, each individual node, and we have a node that is a server. So you can choose load on a server here. So average, you can average it from here. You can show it like this. These are the graphs. We have created only two graphs. Time axis, and then okay, so you can get multiple graphs, like we are able to choose a single particular node. We will create like this is maybe like these are different link utilization. You show it, and you can create multiple graphs. You can change, you can make changes like you can change the background, you can change the colors of the lines. After right click here, edit graph properties, you can make changes here. So that's a very basic scenario uh, you can simulate a very basic scenario. So in the coming lecture, we will try to simulate some uh, advanced. Uh, we will learn some advanced thing in OPNET, like we can deploy LTE network, we can deploy 5G network, even 4G networks in the Ravenbit OPNET, a new version, and moreover, you can deploy wireless network, Wi-Fi network, a Zigbee network, and even you can model a Bluetooth network. So we have multiple options here. We can design an antenna pattern, and then we can integrate direction antenna or omnidirectional antenna. You can fix it on different kind of nodes, and you can get your desired results. So thank you for now.